Hi, friends. Welcome to tonight's team call. First thing I want to do with you is let's check energy level. So I want you to actually, where are you scale of 1 to 10 right now? Where's your energy? Like, if you were to pick a number, where would you be? Hold it up right now. Hold your number up. Where would you be? Scale of 1 to 10. Erica's a 10. We got 4 from Christina. We got a 9 from Jeff. Is that a 10, Keith? Love it. Where's your energy? Omera, where's your energy? What is it? We're at 5 or 10? Can't see. 5? Okay, awesome. So we got a 9. Here's what I want you guys to do. This is something I learned at the event a couple weeks ago, but we are literally in complete control of our energy, right? I did this on the team call last week. So I want you to close your eyes, take an assessment of your energy, and just think, what do I have to feel to get to 2 notches up? If you're at a 9, what do you have to do to literally have an orgasm right now? Right? I'm kidding. Right? Like what is it that you have to do? Keith's smiling and smirking over there. But no, so what do you have to do to up that energy? I want you to imagine there's a lightning bolt that strikes you in the back right now and just rejuvenates you with energy and lifts it up and just makes you the most energetic person you can possibly be, to where you can bring the enthusiasm to the call, right? Think about that for a second. What would you have to feel? What would you have to do? Think about that and feel it, and imagine that lightning bolt striking you in the back right now. And open your eyes. Are you able to choose to increase your energy and enthusiasm? Did you feel your energy raise? The answer is yes. You can always choose it. I made a post in the team page either today or yesterday about enthusiasm, right? And that's what I want you guys to really take away. Your enthusiasm, your energy you bring to this is going to play a huge role into people saying yes to you. Right? Like if you are a dud and just quiet and shy, don't blame your personality. Personality has nothing to do with it. You can always choose to be enthusiastic. You can always choose to bring energy. You can always choose to be an optimist. It is a choice. You can always turn on the switch when you're sitting in line and you're about to go into Starbucks, or you're sitting in line and you're about to check out at the grocery store. Take an assessment. Where's my energy at? What am I feeling right now? How do I up it? And imagine the impact you can have on other people when you give that. Like, you feel me right now. You felt it last week. And I feel like I'm drinking God's cocaine right now, ever since that event, right? Because literally I am just on point with my energy and enthusiasm and excitement for life. And it's something we can choose to do. Imagine how your potential clients will react if you show to them like, hey man, I'm starting a challenge group in a couple weeks. Want to see if you'd be interested, right? And they can tell based on what you're sharing on social media versus, dude, starting this challenge group in a couple weeks, wanted to invite you to join me. I think it's going to be an amazing time. I think you'd love it. Any interest at all, man? I think it'd be a great fit for it, right? Total difference in the invite just based on energy alone, right? So you as a leader are responsible for bringing enthusiasm to everything you do. Every situation, bring enthusiasm. All right, real quick, I want to give a couple shout outs. First shout out I want to give is to Christine for being a couple coaches away from Diamond. She's almost got her dad to Emerald. She's signing people up. She's already at Success Club 8 this month. She's got like 4 more on the fence. She's crushing it. And this girl is so busy. She sent me her schedule earlier today about like what she's got going throughout the week. It is insane. It is literally insane how busy this girl is. And she's crushing it because she's not using it as an excuse. She's finding a way. Right? When she goes to the bathroom, sends an invite. When she gets home from work, cranks it out for a quick 15 minutes. She finds a way to get it done because the dream is more important to her than the excuses. And one of the things that I love about her is that it's inconvenient to build this business. How many of you guys feel that building this is inconvenient to do, right? It is extremely inconvenient in the first couple of years to do this. It's time away from the family. It's time away from what you're doing. But that's the thing about this. Inconvenience and challenge is the name of the game to get to success. You have to understand that that's part of it. So big props to Christine for sticking with it. And finally, props to Leanne Salisbury for signing up for the Beachbody Classic at Summit. First coach that I've ever had in our team do it, which is super exciting. She's going to crush it. We're going to work together hard on her goals. I think she's at work right now, which is awesome. She's tuning into the team call while at work. Leanne, that's badass. So seriously awesome. Does anyone else have any love or shout outs they want to give before we go into announcements? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller. No one's got any love. All right, here's the deal. One person's got to pick someone to shout out before we move on. And Kelsey's just going to sit here the entire time. Erica's got one. Go for it, my friend. Erica.
Well, I posted it in the team page earlier today, but Missy is just kicking butt lately. She reached out for help on the team page, and I put her in my challenge group, and she's awesome. She supports everybody in there. She shares her own stuff. She's super on point. She's worked out like 6 of the last 7 days. She's just been kicking butt. So she's doing awesome.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Whoop, whoop. Sweet. So anyone else? Let's do one more. Who just wants to throw someone some love?
I just want to give Erica some love. Like, man, Erica, you did amazing. That training video this past Monday. If you guys haven't checked it out, go look for it. And just thank you, Erica.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Erica has been stepping up. How many of you guys have seen her in the team page just showing up and being a leader? I think it is amazing. Erica is going to crush this month and every month go forward, and she shows up every day, and I think it's just awesome. I also want to give some love to Lisa Woods, who had a very awesome aha moment today. That we were on our one-on-one call, and she was like, you know what? I realized that I'm not talking to my target customer, right? We talked about how she's always been trying to help people lose weight, but she never struggled with weight, right? She never went through that journey. So she's been focused now on changing her approach to speaking to the woman that she was before she started. And I think it's so awesome that she's really identifying that target market and going for it. So Lisa, awesome job. Anyone else? Anyone else that wants to give some love before we go into announcements? Bueller. Energy level up. Everyone got their energy level up like we talked about? Good. Okay. First announcement is registering for Super Saturday. Get your asses registered. Guys, that is a non-negotiable in my book. I remember being at my first event. My coach, Jesse, said, dude, you should go to Super Saturday. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'm in. Let's do it. So I went to Super Saturday, and I saw this guy named Tommy Migrant speak. And he brought so much energy and passion and enthusiasm to what we did, and helped me believe in myself to realize that I can really do this. That's where it took off for me as far as my mindset. So getting to events and becoming part of the culture, instead of just sitting behind a computer screen, it is a night and day difference between the coaches that go to events and the coaches that don't. Kelsey, raise your hand if you agree. Night and day difference between that. And so just imagine what that could do for you, getting to events, meeting a success partner, or hearing one word from a top coach and how this could change your life and making it change your life. So that is April 8th weekend, I think is what it is. There's Friday, Saturday, Sunday ones. Find a way to get to a Super Saturday event. We only have 3 this year. They don't have one after Summit. So Summit's kind of that 4th Super Saturday, which everyone should be at Summit. It's going to be amazing. So events are amazing. It's just inspirational, transformational, everything. And on top of that, if you guys haven't been hearing the Beachbody buzz from Carl and from everyone else, there is a huge announcement. And I think Carl said what was it? Like, Kelsey, like, this is the time that you want to, if you're not a coach, like in the next quarter, that's a really bad idea or something like that, right? Like, or something along those lines. Like, they're announcing something huge, and my gut tells me it's international. I don't know for sure, but they're announcing it at Super Saturday. So get your butts to Super Saturday. That'll be awesome. Last thing is, there is still 9 days left in the month, guys. There's plenty of time to hit Success Club, right? There's plenty of time to do this. There's plenty of time to draw a line in the sand and say that you are going to make this happen. Yeah, Adrian, that'd be awesome, right? Mexico would be great, but I think it's the UK. I don't know for sure, though. But draw a line in the sand, guys, right? Like, if you're at Success Club 0 or 2, right, choose to find a way to make it happen. Choose to hold your standard another level higher. Choose to do this not just because it's a number, but do it. Like, ask yourself, awesome, Erica, that is amazing, right? Like do it to ask yourself, what am I contributing to by hitting Success Club? Not just what's in it for me. What am I able to give by hitting Success Club consistently? Who am I able to help? Am I able to be there for my family more? Am I working a lot of hours? I'm able to show up and be present with my kids if I consistently do this for a long period of time. Am I able to prove to myself that I can do hard things, that I can be consistent at this? Choose to up that level, because, guys, like, it doesn't matter where you're at right now. I've seen people go from 0 to 10 in a day. It doesn't matter if you have it's a third of the month left. Plenty of people can do it. I'm still going to hit Success Club again before now and the end of the month. So I know you guys can do it too. We can do more together, guys. We can serve more together. We can help more people together. We can be there for more people. We can lead by example together. We can be a proof the products work together, right? And if we all come together on that goal and create a culture of hitting Success Club and really paying the price that it takes to make this business build, and doing the work and having a consistent influx of amazing customers and helping them change their life, guys, the sky is the limit with this. You're going to be blown away by what happens to your life if you are consistently in Success Club. I've been in Success Club for 44 months straight. And I don't share that to impress you. I share that to impress upon you what it can do, right? Like the month of April, I'm gone, traveling with my buddies, with my family, with my friends for 3 weeks out of the month in April. Because I've been in Success Club for so long, it's allowed that freedom. And you don't have to have those same dreams, but what is it for you, right? Homero, is it being home and watching your kids grow up and never missing a memory? Adrian, is it giving back to your dad, right? And giving back to your family and retiring them, right? Leanne, is it leaving your job or watching your kids grow up? Keith, is it paying off credit cards or taking your wife on a trip to Korea? Erica, is it being there for your daughter, having another baby, moving into the same house? What is it for you, right? Find that reason that's greater than yourself, something to contribute to. And that's why I wanted to bring my success partner on here tonight, Mrs. Kelsey Smith. She is amazing. We talk every Wednesdays with Kelsey, hashtag Wednesdays with Kelsey. We talk in the morning. I just spoke on her team call 15 minutes ago. And she's speaking for us tonight because she has really created an amazing culture of Success Club and just doing the actions, just finding a way to do the actions, no matter what it takes, finding a way to do it. And she's really done that and duplicated it within her downline. It's so inspirational. And she leads an amazing team full of passionate people. And I know you guys are too. I see you at events, right? And the way that your eyes light up with this and what's possible. Well, I want to help you take what's possible and turn it into reality. And that's why I brought her here tonight. Kelsey is a 5-star diamond coach in her first business center, a 2-star diamond coach in her second business center. I think Zach is 1-star, 2-star, something like that. Her husband, she is going to be opening up his second business center. She is a Success Club 10 all-star legend, meaning she's hit Success Club 10, meaning helping 5 people with a challenge pack every month for 27 consecutive months, right? There's a Success Leave Clues. Like me and her are both Success Club All-Stars. We're both full-time coaches. There's a reason, right? So make that a priority, right? You see me post the Success Club All-Star banner in the team page. Stay on that. Stay on that and watch how your life explodes. And that's why I wanted to bring this amazing woman on the call tonight, talk to you guys about just doing it and taking ownership and why Success Club, not just why Success Club is important to your business, but really just finding a way to make it happen in your business. And Kelsey, I'm going to turn it over to you and I'll stop rambling.
All right. Hi, guys. I know I talked in your call before, so I'm going to save you all the details of my story because that's just, you don't need to hear it again. And I am really excited to talk to you guys tonight. If this is the first time you're hearing from me, I always do a little disclaimer at the beginning that I do curse and that I do get really passionate. Sometimes I yell. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling with you. I just get really excited about the business. I get really excited about what this can offer for you guys. And my team knows it as the passion sweats. I get passion sweats really easily when I just get really fired up. So I put this together kind of last minute. So I'm hoping that I can get everything that I want to say out for you. But basically my topic, and Brad just kind of said it, I literally wrote it down like Nike says, just do it. And I really feel like that is the core of the business. And honestly, what holds a lot of us back is the fear of just going after it. So the first thing I'm going to make you guys do is be honest with yourselves. Is there some sort of deep-rooted fear within you somewhere in this business? Conversations, posting on social media, following up with people, sending random friend requests to somebody. Is there something in the business that kind of makes you a little bit like, meh, right? Is there something that's just there that's kind of holding you back from like going all in? Because the first thing I need to say before I jump into this, before I get into any of the details here, I need to tell you guys something in the nicest way possible. This is coming straight from my heart. You need to get the hell over it. Okay? Like you got to get over it. and it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time. And I'm going to give you 2 personal development books that are going to help you with that really quick. Okay. Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. Highly recommend that you read that book if you're dealing with some sort of fear. Even if you don't know what the fear is, you might like go through the motions every single day and you're like, oh, but all of a sudden like something will pop up and you're like, oh shit, I'm scared of doing that. Like, I don't want to do that. When your coach tells you to go add 5 people on social media and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. Or when your coach tells you to go invite somebody, you don't want to do that. Okay. You have to address these fears. And I'm asking you guys tonight, before I tell you, I cannot tell you to go out here and just make it happen if you're absolutely petrified of this business. If you're scared of like going after something or doing something that's on that power hour or something that's on your to-do list that day. So that one, Daring Greatly, as well as I Thought It Was Just Me, but It Isn't, by Brene Brown also. That is those are 2 fantastic books. 2 great books that will really help you get over whatever fear you're feeling within this business. If you're scared of Success Club, if you're scared of the word Success Club, if you're scared of rank advancement, if you're scared of falling out of rank advancement, if you're scared of setting goals with somebody or setting goals with your upline coach because you're nervous that you might not meet them, that is fear. That is fear, and it's okay to be fearful. I'm not saying that that's wrong. Because we all go through it. But here's the thing, and Brad just talked about it on my team call, fear paralyzes you guys. And like I can look you guys straight in the eye and tell you that inviting used to scare the living shit out of me. And I honestly avoided it for a very long time. I got really, really lucky. In my first 6 months of the business, I didn't invite a single person. A single person. And I hit Success Club every single month. Because I was just really good on social media. I was a former reporter, so I knew how to work my social media. And I knew how to tell a story, and people came to me. But guess what happened after around that 5-6 month mark? My luck ran out. And I had to face that fear. I had to face that fear of, oh my God, I am scared of inviting. And I literally was the girl that would type something up, put it in the message box, hit send, exit out, close down Facebook, and walk out of the room. Like, that was the kind of girl that I was, because I was so scared of inviting people. And then what I realized is it wasn't inviting people. I was scared of rejection. I was terrified of being rejected. I didn't want to see the no come across the screen. I didn't want to hear somebody yell at me because I was being salesy. Meanwhile, what it meant by I was scared of rejection is meant that I didn't believe in our products enough to stand behind them 150%. So do you guys see what's going on here? It started off with a fear, which really dug deeper into another fear, which really dug deeper into a problem that I was facing. Okay. I love our products. I was confident in our products. And do I know they work? Oh God, yes. They're the best out there. But at the time, as a new coach, the reason I was so scared of sending somebody an invite was mostly because like I didn't want to hear them tell me no, or didn't know what to say to them. I didn't want to get in this position where I was like, oh my God, like they're going to question me and they're going to ask questions. And what if I say the wrong thing? We all go through that stuff as new coaches. And I see a lot of you posting things under here talking about being vulnerable. These are all okay. It's okay to be scared of this stuff. So if you're like, by me telling you to get the hell over it, I'm not trying to be a bitch. What I'm telling you to do is just to take action. Take action in trying to fix it. Because here's the thing, it's not going to go away tomorrow. Like you're not going to get off this call with me tonight and be like, okay, I'm going to put up a crazy vulnerable post tonight. You won't. It's just not going to happen. But what I always encourage my team to do is what I'm going to talk about tonight, and just doing it. Just doing small, tiny things to get you closer to overcoming that fear of whatever it might be. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm a visual type of person. I asked Brad, I was like, is your team visual? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, my team is all sparkles, glitz, and glam. So this PowerPoint is going to be totally not your style, but it's mine and I love it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so pretty. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to kind of go up and down and put it up and put it down at times. You don't need to see the whole thing, but this one I need you guys to see. This is what we're going to start with. Can everybody see this? Okay. I'm going to start with this quote. The only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I am not afraid to die on a treadmill. I will not be outworked, period. You might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. You might be sexier than me. You might be all those things you got on me in 9 categories. But if we get on a treadmill together, there's 2 things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die. It's really that simple, right? You're not going to outwork me. It's a simple, basic concept. The guy who is willing to hustle the most is going to be the guy that gets that loose ball. The majority of people who aren't getting to the places that they want or aren't achieving the things they want in this business is strictly based on hustle. It's strictly based on being outworked. It's strictly based on missing crucial opportunities. I say all the time, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. That's from my cousin Will Smith. We have the same last name, so I'm just saying that's from him. Zach says we're not related, but I don't believe him. Guys, that's the way that I wanted to start this. That quote, I read that every day. I read that every day before I do my workout. Some people meditate, Brad. I read that quote. Because that is what this business is about. That's how you're going to be successful in this business. And there's some things I'm going to break down with you really quick. This whole quote revolves around the fact that he will not let somebody outwork him. And here's the thing. This is not me telling you to go look in the box to your left or the box on your right and be like, Adrian, you will not outwork me. Or Brad, you will not outwork me. That's not what I'm saying. I want you guys to go look in the mirror and tell yourself, you are going to outwork yourself every single day. You're going to outwork the girl. Tonight, I will look in the mirror at myself and I'll be like, I'm going to outwork you tomorrow. Every single day. Because here's the thing. This isn't about comparison. This isn't about who did this better than the other person. What this is about is that you have to actually work. Because if you don't feel like that quote applies to you, then this talk is going to be really good for you tonight. Because that's my attitude. It's not a competition against me and somebody else. It's a competition of me against me every single day, where I know that I will not give up. I know that if Carl Deichler would call me tomorrow and say, I'm taking your business away from you, I would literally go down kicking and screaming. I would be like, no, I am not leaving. I want this too bad. I would fly my ass to California tomorrow and beg him on my knees to not cancel my business center. That's how bad that I want this. I won't be like, oh shit, well, whatever. Just my part-time job. I'll go back to corporate. It's not an option for me. I have to show up and work every single day. And the thing is I don't have to do anything crazy. I don't have to do anything special. I don't have to give my left limb to keep my business. All I have to do is show up every day, invite people, inspire people, and help people do what I do. Sounds like a pretty nice gig, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Some people just aren't willing to show up. They aren't willing to take the risk. They aren't willing to take a chance. And that's the reason that somebody, and I hate to say it, but that's the reason that somebody that starts after you might fly past you. Because that person will not be outworked. And you are not willing to work hard enough. So I looked at it, and it's hilarious because Brad just literally talked about this on my team call in regard to comparison. I used to fall in that mode so bad. And guess what happened when I did that? I wasn't focusing on me. I wasn't doing what I needed to do, and people were flying past me. And I was doing the same thing that everybody goes through, where I sat back and I said, why me? Why is this happening to me? And what I realized is that I wasn't showing up the way that I needed to show up every single day. And the best part about this business is, like I said, you don't have to do anything crazy. It's not like we're telling you to go out, stand outside like one of those Statue of Liberty outfits, waving a freaking sign saying, hey, join my team. I'm not telling you to do that thing, right? All we're trying to make you do is show up and help somebody. How effing hard is that, right? But we make this so overcomplicated. We make it so much harder than it needs to be. And here's the thing, what I hope you guys get out of this tonight in my Sparkle presentation is that you guys get that this is just about working harder and showing up. So he says the treadmill thing. Every time I'm on the treadmill, I think about this quote, and I just get so freaking fired up. I just love how he says it's a simple and basic concept. The guy who is willing to hustle most is the guy that's going to get the loose ball. So think about me and Brad. If I show up every single day in some way, sense, or form, I do my invites, I do my personal development, I do my workout, I drink my shake for 6 to 7 days a week, right? 7 days a week, usually for me. And Brad does it 3 times a week. Who's getting the loose ball? Who's going to be hitting higher in success level? Not to toot my own horn or anything, but Will Smith's cousin is, okay? She's going to be the one hitting Success Club because that's the way it is. And I love how he says the majority of people who aren't getting the places they want or aren't achieving the things that they want in this business is strictly based on hustle. So my question to you guys tonight is, how bad do you want this? Do you want it bad enough to stay up a little bit later on the last day of the month and send out invites because you're not where you want to be yet? Do you want it bad enough that you're going to send the invitation to the one person that you're dreading sending that freaking invite to out of fear? You're going to do it just because, like, you know that they would freaking be a badass coach on your team? How bad do you want it? You know? So I'm going to share my sparkly PowerPoint with you one more time and go through a couple different things. We'll start this off with this quote, this right here. 80% of success is showing up, guys. 80% of success. Yeah, that too. But 80% of success is showing up, okay? And tip number 1, show up when you feel like it, and especially when you don't, okay? Especially when you don't. I know you guys are going to be talking about the sex joke forever. But in all honesty, guys, I show up. The thing that like I said, this is not me sitting here tooting my own horn, but Zach has literally had to drag me off of my living room floor of me trying to work out when I was sick. He has picked me up and put me back in bed. I will lay there when I am sick with my eyes swelled up. I get the worst allergies in the world. My eyes will literally close. I'll be in bed with my laptop still working. If I have a giant to-do list, people pick I'll even be honest, the week of my wedding, I had a ridiculous amount of stuff to do that week. And guys, please enjoy your wedding. This is not me telling you to go psychopath. But I still showed up in some way, sense, or form. I still was on social media. I might not have been present in my inbox as much, but I was still there. You have to show up when you feel like it, and especially when you don't. Because here's the reality. Guys, there's going to be days where you just don't want to. But you got to do it anyway. Because once again, will you be outworked? Because somebody out there is showing up in the same condition you are. Somebody out there, there's 500,000 coaches in this network. I can guarantee you that somebody else is sick the same day you are. I can guarantee that somebody has a teething baby the same time you do. I can guarantee that somebody has to go pick up their mother-in-law from the airport and then drive her here, then drive her there, then entertain this person and do that the same day you do. I can guarantee it. But I bet you any money, one of you will show up. So which one is going to do it? Is it going to be you or is it going to be somebody else? Tip number 2, your coaches will do what you do and not what you say. So by show of hands, how many of you are wanting or have coaches on your team? Okay, good. Or how many of you are trying to have coaches on your team and grow this thing? Guys, you lead from the front. You lead from the front, and they will do exactly what you do. It is a priority for me to hit my goals in the first 7 days of the month so they can see my name on my Success Club board. It is my goal in the first 7 days of the month to get at least 3 to 5 new coaches in our new coach sneak peek because they see me do that. They will do what you do. They will not do what you say. So even though you might think that like what you're doing is just affecting you, it is affecting your entire team. They watch you like a hawk. If you're going to be a negative Nelly and post on social media about how shitty your day was, they're going to think that that's okay to do too. If you're going to go and talk shit about another coach on your team, believe me, 1, it'll get back to them very quickly. But 2, your team atmosphere is going to suck. I'm telling you, they do what you do and not what you say. Tip number 3, what you're getting out of this business is determined by what you're putting into it. And that should be a reality check. So I want you guys to think about it right now. Where are you right now? Are you not in Success Club yet? Are you struggling in between ranks? Are you having coaches quit on you? What's going on in your business? This is a moment of self-evaluation. What you're getting out of this business is determined exactly by what you're putting into it. So you have to ask yourself that. You have to sit back and figure out what you're not doing. And then you got to do it. Tip number 4 is this. It goes right off the last one. Face the facts and take ownership of where you are right now. You have to go, and this is something they made us do at New Leader Conference. If you guys don't know what that is, it's you hit 2-star and you'll actually earn that next year. So I highly recommend pushing to 2-star just for that, because that was a really great event. But what they made us do is they told us to go back to our rooms after the seminar and to go and look at ourselves in the mirror and admit to ourselves where we are in our business. All the things that we have not done right, all the things that are going right, all the things that we want to change, all the things that we love. And then say, that is my fault. It is my fault that I am not in Success Club this month. It is my fault that I am in Success Club this month. It's my fault that I do not have a stable organization. It's my fault that I am so negative all the time. It's my fault that I think that I think 2 to 3 people a month is hard. You have to take ownership of that. So I'm curious, if I want you to post in the chat box, I want to get real for a second. What qualities would your dream coach have? Go really quick. For your dream coach out there, somebody that you'd want on your team, what qualities would they have? Just go real. I'll take a sip of water while you guys do it. This is an exercise I want you guys to do by yourselves too, like in more detail. Thick skin, ambitious, positive, uplifting, hardworking, passionate, loving, positive mindset. These are great. Driven, courageous, awesome, dedicated, self-motivated. Continue telling me, what would you want them to do every day? Consistent, good, I love that one. That's a great word. What would you want these coaches doing every day, your dream coach? Visionary, that's a great word too. Make sacrifices to get their 3 skills rocked. Awesome. Hard worker and determined. Show up and be present with the team. Perfect. Speak up. Good. Participate. These are all good. These are great. And it's something I want you guys, again, to do more on your time so you can make this really extensive. You're going to write them down on a piece of paper on your own time. And now I need to ask you to ask yourself, am I the coach that I would want on my downline? Everything that you're thinking in your mind right now, are you that person? Are you showing up? Are you speaking up? Are you present? Are you making sacrifices? Are you hardworking? Are you visionary? Are you determined? Are you consistent? Are you self-motivated? Are you driven? Here's where I'm going with this. If you cannot ask them to be something that you won't do. And I know this is like kind of all over the place, but guys, this is so important when it comes to just showing up and doing it. Because here's the thing. I would never, ever ask Team Simply Beautiful to do something that I would not do. And I honestly would not expect to bring in the next Lindsay Matway if I wasn't trying to do that stuff myself. Because here's the thing, you are what you attract, right? So if you guys are half-assing every month and you're negative and you're upset because you're not where you want to be, and I heard that at the beginning of this call, you said somebody mentioned that she is finally starting to speak to her tribe. That's it. Because if you're not speaking to your tribe, you're not speaking to anybody. A person that tries to speak to everyone speaks to no one. That is the damn truth. So are you the coach that you would want in your downline? Do you hit Success Club every month? Because I know for me, when I have I created an avatar of myself. And this is going to sound super weird, but it's pretty legit and I recommend it. I wrote down all the things that I liked, that I hated, that I struggle with, that I'm passionate about, that I like to read, that I like to watch. I mean, this whole thing literally says, who is Kelsey? And that's who I talk to every day. And I make sure that if I'm going to ask them to do something, that I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it. So again, I need to make sure that I'm on top of my shit because they won't be either. So again, you not doing it this whole just do it topic affects more than just you. It affects them too. There's two types of coaches. One, a busy coach. A busy coach is a coach that is not getting momentum. They're sitting at a standstill and they're doing a lot of new things all the time because they think nothing's working for them. But really what's going on with the busy coach is that they're just not doing what they need to do. So they try all these new things, right? And they go out and they're like, oh, well, that just didn't work for me last month, so I need to change everything. Or they'll hit a goal. This is what actually I went through in January. Brad knows this. I hit this giant goal. I hit elite, and all of a sudden I'm like, now what? So I'm like, I got to change everything. Meanwhile, what I was doing before is what got me there, you know? Like, that's what a busy coach is. A productive coach is somebody that sets timers. They're specific with time. And here's the thing. Instead of doing a lot of new things, they're doing the vital behaviors. There's no freaking secret sauce to this. And I know that you've heard this so much. I know you guys have heard this, and I'm hoping tonight you hear it in a different way. I'm hoping that I can say something to make you realize that this is how you succeed. This is how you succeed. The 4 vital behaviors. You have to be proof the products work. You have to work out. And guys, if you have not committed 110% to one of our programs, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you're not drinking Shakeology, what the living F are you doing? How can you tell somebody else about it if you don't even know anything about it? Are you educated about what you're doing? Do you know about the other programs? Are you in Beachbody On Demand trying new things in between programs? Every time I finish a program, I take 1 week to try 7 new workouts on Bod. 7 new workouts. So I can know how to explain them. Shakeology, there's a Shakeology podcast. There's a Shakeology YouTube channel. There's a ton of different stuff. There's a freaking book called Super Life. Read this stuff. Listen to it. Figure it out. Here's the thing, guys. And if you are somebody that is not using our products and not talking about our products, there's a reason that you're not seeing traction. It's true. Reading personal development. I'm not going to get too much into this one because I know your coach talks to you about this. But you guys know it's important. You have to be reading or listening to personal development. I made the third one blue for a reason. For the love of all things holy, you have to invite. You have to invite people. You have to invite people to the business. You have to invite people to free groups. You have to invite people to your challenge groups. You have to invite them to your freaking page by sending them a friend request. You have to recognize people. You have to recognize people for their hard work. That's what this business is. So here's the thing. Here's what I want you to stop doing today. And I want you guys to put up your Scout's honor right now and tell me you will stop doing this today. Because here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys, it's harder to unlearn things than to learn them. Here's what you're going to stop doing. Stop wasting time on your blog if you're not at Success Club. Stop making pretty graphics if you're not in Success Club. Stop taking one-on-one calls with one-on-one coaches who are doing nothing. That wastes time. Stop changing shit. Stop changing what's working for you. Stop waiting. Stop waiting because, okay, I need to perfect this post. I need to wait until it's closer to this time period, or I need to do this. And stop waiting. And stop focusing on your fears. Stop. It's so easy to get caught up in all this extra stuff because Joe Schmo over here has this freaking kick-ass blog with tons of recipes on it, and you want to do that. But is that actually making you grow a business? Is that helping you? That stuff's great. I'm not saying don't do it, but you got to be where you want to be before you do that stuff. Pretty graphics. I'm obviously, as you guys can probably tell, the queen of trying to make graphics. But if I don't have my power hour done, I'm not sitting here making a PowerPoint. Like, you got to make your priorities straight. Here's what I want you to start doing. What do you have to do more of? Start taking action. Start inviting people. Start sharing your journey. Start investing time in people who want to be here. Start spending more time on your challengers. All the time that you're spending on your blog could be spent in your challenge group engaging with these people. Start reading effing personal development. Start sharing your story and being transparent to people. Start believing in yourself. Start connecting with people, not inviting, but connecting with people. Get in your news feed and if you're going to scroll your news feed, make sure it's for a good reason, because you're going through there and you're engaging on people's stuff, or you're messaging people. And start being the coach that you want in your downline. It's so important. You have to do more of this stuff. It's easy to be comfortable. It's easy and comfortable to be good, but there's an opportunity to be great. This is one thing I wrote down from NLC that I literally also wrote on a sticky note and have it in front of me. It's so easy to be like, okay, I'm doing good. I'm doing good in the business. I'm at least in Success Club. I'm at least moving forward like every month. I'm doing okay. Guys, you have an opportunity to be great. You have an opportunity to make your mark. 1 year ago, I was nothing in this company. If I would walk past Jeff Hill or Carl Deichler in a mall, they would not even know who the living hell I was, right? I was nothing. I was stuck in comparison. I was just a girl with a dream. And at NLC, I walked up to get my picture taken with Carl. And Carl says, oh, Kelsey, I saw you at Super Saturday last month. You know how badass that is? To make your mark to where the CEO knows your name? Like that is, like, I was nothing. And I mean, there's probably still a time where I probably will go on this Punta Cana trip and walk right by him and he will have no clue who I am. But that's the thing is like I made some sort of impression, right? And that's because I'm doing something for this company. Here's the thing, guys. Here, if you want the secret sauce, here it is. Non-negotiable from day one is Success Club. You help 3 to 5 people. You introduce the business. You help coaches help 3 to 5 people, and you do it again. Does anybody know what this is called? This is the vital process. And I'm in the circle of life. Yes, it really is. The circle of Beachbody life, that's for sure. Because the thing is like you can't start here and then go here. And you can't go over here and, you know, it literally goes in a circle. And this is how you're successful. And I actually got this from a webinar, or the theory from I made the graphic myself because clearly everything needed to match. But I heard this from Bonnie Engel. Someone asked Bonnie Engel how she got to be so successful, and this is the formula she gave them. She hits Success Club, she introduces the business, she helps her coaches hit Success Club, and she does it all over again. And that's what I've decided to do. That's what I decided to do last year, and my business completely changed from it. So here's my question to you. What are you working toward? Do you want to earn your money back on Shakeology? Help 3 people. Do you want to make an extra $200 a month? Help 5 people. Do you want to go on the free trip next year? Help 3 to 5 people a month. You want to go to the party at Summit? Hit Success Club. You want to be a Star Diamond coach? Hit Success Club. Do you want to build a team? Hit Success Club. Do you want to hit Diamond? Hit Success Club. Everything that you want out of this business revolves around you helping somebody else. And I just told my team on our team call, and I'm going to tell you guys the same thing. I really want us to get out of the mindset of thinking that Success Club is scary. And I really want us to get back to the whole, this is what we do. We change people's lives. And I don't know if I did this exercise with you guys before, but I'm going to do it again if I did. But I want everybody to close their eyes for a second. And I want you to, don't open them. I can see all of you. Christina. I want you guys to think back to when you ordered your challenge bag. You're probably skeptical. You had no idea what that was going to be like. Your coach promised you it was the best thing since individually sliced cheese. But you were like, okay, whatever, I'll give it a shot. You'll never forget the day that box showed up on your doorstep. It was big and it was blue, and you took it inside, you put it on your countertop, and then you took a picture of it and sent it to your coach and said, look what's here, before you even opened it, right? Then you unpack this box, you start taking out all the stuff, you see those containers and you say, how the hell am I supposed to eat meals out of these tiny little things? But you put them aside anyway. You immediately make your first shake because you wanted to see what the hype was all about, right? Immediately. You get into your challenge group. The support's incredible. Your coach is there. They're helping you through this. The first week, you're down 4 or 5 pounds, and you take your progress picture and you can't stay off the scale because that's just how you are. Even though your coach told you to, you're still finding a way to find that stupid scale. You took the measurements and you're feeling great. And then the next week comes by and you lose more weight and you feel incredible. And the next week goes by and your end of your 21-day challenge is up. your 30 day, or your 60 day, whatever you did first, it's up and you feel like a whole new person. You guys remember that feeling? Open your eyes. When you don't offer this to somebody, you're depriving them of that feeling. When you don't open your mouth and send an invitation, you have literally taken that moment away from them. It is not your job to make that decision for them. And honestly, that was what helped me get over my fear of inviting. Because just like you might be looking at the business and how it's changed your life, I don't want you guys to just focus on how the business has changed your life. I need you guys to focus on how these programs have changed your life. Because for me, I made a post the other day. I've always been skinny. And I literally got freaking tortured when I started this thing. Oh, you're already skinny. Like, you don't want to lose weight. People don't get it, right? But I can tell you at the end of those 21 days, people didn't get that the reason I started that was because I was borderline alcoholic. People didn't understand that I started that thing because I would go home after the gym, after being at the gym 6 to 7 days a week, doing whatever the frick I was doing, and I would go home and I would binge eat. People didn't get it. And the moment I got through those first 3 weeks and I was down 8 pounds in a healthy way, and I looked at myself in the mirror for the first time, my life was changed and I knew it. I knew it. And I had to give it to somebody else. I had to share it with anybody that I could. People don't get it, but it is your job to present it over and over and over again until they do. That's why you follow up. That's why you send the invites. And that is why you show up on social media every single day and you show them that this works. And that is why you're going to take that Will Smith quote tonight and you are going to make sure that you outwork yourself every single day to give somebody else that feeling. Because when you don't give it to somebody, guys, we are in a nation that is in a crisis of obesity, in a crisis of finances, in a crisis of so much right now. You have the tool that can change their life. The business, the programs, health, fitness, like whatever it is, personal growth. Some people literally, like, they're not going to stay forever, but you could still make an impact on them by helping them get on a personal development journey. You know, like, we have the tools to literally change somebody's life. And you don't have to do anything crazy. I'm not telling you guys to go out there tonight and chop off your left hand like some people make inviting seem like. I'm telling you to go out there, put all those words that Beachbody has given us, put them aside, and just focus on changing somebody's life. You have 9 days left in this month. And every single time that you feel like you're done and you can't do enough more, and please don't ever be the person that's sitting at Success Club 6 and you take a step back and you relax. Because it's not about that. That means it's about numbers to you. You keep going. I have been so guilty of doing that where I hit 6 and then for 2 weeks I won't talk to anybody because I want to save everybody until the next month. And you can admit if you've done it. That's not what this is about. Every month I make a goal. I don't set a goal like, hey, I'm going to go out and hit Success Club 20 this month. It just happens because I'm myself and I believe in what we have. And I'm going to give it to as many people as I possibly can. And then I'm going to make their experience worthwhile. I'm going to get them into a group. I'm going to make sure that they stick to their plans. I'm going to be the pain in the ass that they literally asked for when they signed up, saying they couldn't stay motivated and they need somebody to hold them accountable. I am the pain in the ass that will message or text them after I literally, the first day of our challenge group this week, 3 people didn't log a shake or a workout, and I literally text every single one of them and said, where are you at? They need you. The next day they were in there because I called them out. I literally am the girl that puts a picture of a detective in my challenge group and says, where are you? And lists their names if they haven't shown up in 3 days. I do that because they need us. Because I knew that I needed her. I needed my coach. I needed her. Somebody needs you. So stop looking at this as something that you have to do and look at it as something that you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, then this is probably not the business for you. like I said, I'm blunt and I get the passion sweats really easy, but that's what I got for you guys tonight. I hope that's what you were looking for.
I'm sweating profusely right now out of just straight passion and oh my God. Did anyone else get emotional thinking about when they got their box in the mail? Pretty impactful to think that we can give that to other people, right? I normally go through and summarize what people say on team calls, but I have nothing to add. Like, just blown away, and it just puts things in perspective, doesn't it, guys? I think tonight really helped us see that hard work with the goal of just helping others and always outwork yourself. Man, there's a reason she's at where she's at, right? Anyone have questions for Mrs. Smith? Amazing opportunity. And I was blown away. Erica, go for it.
I just wanted to know what got you to the point where you stopped the comparison game. Like, what got you out of that?
I'll be honest, it's actually what held me back really bad in 2015. My coach is Natalie Bailey. I don't know if you guys know who that is. But she had her mind set from day one in 2015 that she was going to hit elite. And I wanted to keep up with her. I signed up like a month after she did. So I was like in this mindset where I really didn't know what I wanted. And every single time, and because I didn't know what I wanted, I would hook on to other people's goals instead of my own. So it was a whole terrible year of comparison to the point where she and I like actually stopped talking for a couple months because I'm pretty sure I was toxic to her. And I all of a sudden realized that I was being toxic to myself. I was flooding my mind that I wasn't good enough, and I was telling myself that I was never going to make it in this business. But it wasn't until I got to Summit, as cliche as that sounds, that I went. She invited me, even though she didn't have to the 2-star party. It was back when it was just for 2 stars. And I walked in there and I looked around at all these other coaches that were really successful, and I lost it. I started crying, and I was just like, I don't deserve to be here. And she's like, yes, you do. And I'm like, I do not. I do not deserve to be here. And I just laid it out there. I said, I don't know what I want out of this. And she told me to my face that I compared. And that was the day, honestly, hearing somebody else tell me that it was my fault that I was where I was. And with the exercise I told you, where I had to like kind of have that realization that I had to accept where I was, that I could change. So I began to focus on a lot of personal development about my mindset. So everything that I was reading or listening to was entirely mindset. It wasn't anything about business building because I knew how to do the business stuff. It was entirely mindset. So I took on a whole personal development growth plan of my own. And that really helped. But then I realized that it was just time to do something for KELSEY. And it was time to like make my own goals, and it was time to separate myself. So I actually had to go for a couple weeks on Thursdays, staying off of social media so I wouldn't compare. But then it got to the point where I realized that like the reason that these people are where they are is because, like I showed you guys, they were outworking me. And it was a tough realization, but I honestly, this might not be the answer you're looking for, but I just made a decision to stop. I made a decision to stop and to be happy for them. And every time somebody would do something go past me or whatever, I would celebrate them and I would pray. I'm a very religious person. I would pray and I would say, thank you to God for allowing them to get to where they are and to provide me the inspiration to get through it and to make sure that I can do the same thing one day. And then 2016 happened. And that was my mindset through 2016. And I just decided that I was not going to look left and I wasn't going to look right. And I was going to keep my head down and I was going to make a vision board that's still sitting on my desk to this day and look at what I wanted every single day. And honestly, I didn't have time to think about what everybody else was doing. So I was so focused on what I was doing. Like I said, I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, but I think the biggest thing is just like, if you're comparing, you're not clear enough on what you want, because you're so focused on what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? So really take a step back and make your vision board. That was really what changed things for me too. It's just like really figuring out what Kelsey wanted and not what Natalie was going for. Cause there's no way I was going to hit elite in 2015 because I had no freaking clue why I even wanted it. But I was just trying to keep up, and that was doing nothing but holding me back. So like I said, I don't know if that answered your question.
No, that was really helpful. Thank you.
Question, Erica. Anybody else? Questions for Kelsey? Bueller? Kelsey, I'm blown away. Like, truly blown away. I don't know what I was expecting coming into this, but the way that you put it in terms of just do the shit, and it's for the reason of that feeling that we got when we opened our box, and truly try to change a life and going past 6 and helping as many people as you can and giving them that feeling and thinking about what we're fighting for. I love that you said you have to actually work, right? The thing I love about you is that there's no plan B, right? There's no fire escape. It's, I'm going to find a way. And I love that about you, right? I think it's one of the things that makes us mesh so well when we talk and we hang out. So
I think that's the problem for a lot of people is they always have an escape plan. It's the, what if this doesn't work? Like I have something else to fall back on.
Yep.
And I just know that like, I can't. Like I literally I'm telling you, he would have to literally drag me out of this apartment to get me back into a corporate office. Like I would be like nails in the ground, like, no, like that's just the way that I feel. So like I have to show up every day. And honestly, I have to do it for him too. And that's a whole other topic that I can talk about later on or another call on, but like I have to show up for him. Like I have to prove to him that me staying home and me doing this is worth his time. And like I see him lose weight and I see him be happier and I see him listen to personal development with me. And I'm like, man, I'm doing something right here. You know, you have to have that reason, you know, like so strong. Like the moment you give yourself an escape plan, it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to quit. So like maybe changing your mindset tonight when you like doing your homework, like I told you, getting up and really taking acceptance of where you are and then writing down like what you want in a coach and making sure that's what you're doing. But at the same time, like, I forgot what I was saying.
Talking about what it was doing for him.
Oh, yeah. Like, making sure that you're realizing, like, the impact that it's having on not just you, but other people. Like, it was a moment. I mean, like I said, I know we're running out of time, so I don't want to keep going. But, I mean, it's an emotional moment when you realize that, like, this is not just changing your life, but it's changing people that you love's life, too.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And there's a day that you sign up and there's a day that you start. Talk about this on Kelsey's call. You can choose leaving this call to draw a line in the sand and find the reason that's worth fighting for you, whatever that may be, and do the work. Like sitting here and watching other people do the work is just going to lead to burnout and you thinking that you can't do it, right? But do the work, find something to fight for, make the sacrifices, and go for it. Because when you have that dream and it's bigger than your excuses, amazing things start to show up in your life. And when you step so far out of your comfort zone, it's not that you get lucky, it's that grace shows up for you, right? Things just happen. And it's a really beautiful thing when you get to see not just your life impacted, but all the other people around you. I can't even begin to tell you how many people have been uplifted just from me being on a personal growth journey, let alone Beachbody, right? Like it's amazing the ripple effect that you can have. And if you're part of this team, there's a pretty damn good chance there's something more in there that's a burning desire that you want. And I think you know that you're meant for something really fucking huge. So do the work and make it happen. Kelsey, thank you so much for your time. Very grateful for you, my friend. And just, oh my gosh, one of the best calls we've ever had. Guys, recording will be posted in team page. We'll see you next week. Go throw some love on Kelsey's social media when you hop off of here. Tell her how awesome she is because she's really freaking awesome. And you guys have an amazing night. Kelsey, thank you so much again. And I'm going to message you right now and tell you how awesome you are again. So thank you guys. Have an amazing night. We'll see you next week.